third part of my project where we have to build a MCP tools based agent for bug assistance. So here we can also talk about tickets, bugs, everything that we raise. So let's see what it is. All of this is like the intro, which we went through, like what are tools and how an agent can have like many tools. So there are functional tools, which are nothing but they are like inline functions that can perform any calculation or algorithm. This is the get current date, which will get the current date in the format of this. And then there are also built-in tools. These are the tools that work with Google's flagship model features like code execution inside the model. So we can like attach the Google search built-in tool to our bug assistant agent to allow the agent to do like basic web searches in order to gather more information about tickets. And then here we're wrapping all of that. So yeah, and then we can also have third-party tools. So we can get like other external tools like Stack Overflow, LangChain, or like other APIs. And then we also have the MCP, which is nothing but Model Context Protocol. It provides an abstraction layer between the AI agent Ara and our tools. So we don't know what is there behind, but we it'll still work for us. And like unlike standard HTTP, MCP like provides a stateful two-way connection between the client and the server, and it has its own way of like defining tools and tool specific error messages. So GitHub then later created a remote MCP server, and yeah, we'll get into all of this later. So as you can see, we have the MCP tool set over here, which we have search repository, search issue, list issue, get issue, list pull request, and get pull request. And then these are the different tools that we have in this. And then we also have to provide our GitHub personal access token so that this it can read all of the repo information and like check, etc. And then there's also the MCP tool database that we have created, which I will go through later when it comes. And then this is the so basically this is what we're creating. We're creating Postgre, and then in that we created a table, and then we entered a few tickets and all of that, which I will talk through. And then we put it all together, and then we also have like an integration with Gemini 2.5. So we also have to give the Gemini API key. And then this is the agent instruction. So if you go to the agent, you will see that so if you go to the agent, you'll see that this is like what will be there in that. So analyze the requests, and then etc, etc. So yeah, this is all about that. And then we also have the uh, GitHub repo, which we can replicate and then work through that. So if you see here, this is agent.py, and then we also have the prom.py, and then this is where we gave the agent instruction. So get current date, search tickets, update ticket status, update ticket priority, create ticket, get ticket by ID, etc. So we will test a few of these when we are going through the code. So let's go back to the readme for now. Yeah. So this is somewhat similar to the article that we already saw. And then these are all the ticket tools that we have under the main agent. And then these are the key features that the author has described. This is how we recreate. We need a GitHub. As I also already mentioned, we already like kind of need a GitHub personal access token. We need a Gemini API key. The alternative of this too would be to use the Vertex AI API key. And then this is how we run locally. So this is the database inserted into the database, and etc, etc. So let me just let me just take this for when I'm going to run. Let me just copy that. But yeah, so this is all about that, and then we can also like we created all the triggers, we did all of this. Then this is how we deploy. I actually did deploy before, so if you can see the deployment is also already done. But I wanted to test in local because I'm not sure if this thing is like up and running right now. So if you can see, it is all of it is done. Deploying the container is done, setting IAM policy, creating revision, running traffic, everything. And then I also set all of these. Oh, let me just try. Okay, let me. Yeah, I think everything is deployed and it is working fine. So for now, I would like to like just run from the local because that is how I tested. So let's see. This is all about that, and you already saw that we deployed also the agent. So let me just I ran it locally, and now I'm giving. Oh, sorry. I think it automatically copies. So where was that? Yeah. So let me just copy this and paste it here. Yeah, you can see I asked what are the latest 5 open issues in the GitHub repo, and then you can see that it showed me all of the issues that are there. Let me just ask different question like what is the status of issue ID. I'm not sure if this will work, but I'm hoping. Oh yeah, that thing didn't work because it is not one of our things. Let me just run it again. Let me check if there's any other thing that we can like test. So the earlier thing that was working, and then I don't know if this will let us run. Let me just give the same thing so that I can may get like subqueries from that. Oh, let me just try the same thing with like maybe closed. Oh, I can't go back. Latest closed issues. Yeah, if you can see, these are the latest closed ones. There's like, since I asked for 5, so you can see that all of these were like closed and like the status is there. So let's also ask like how many total open issues are there. So there's a like, we got a reply saying there are open like 200 open issues in the PSF request GitHub repository. Let's see, can you help me create an issue? So yeah, like if I give all of these details, then maybe let me ask GPT to help me with this. Maybe if we get some sample reply, then I can show this. I'm not sure if this is gonna work, but let's see. Yeah, I think there was some formatting issue, but as you can see, like, it is working fine. So the first thing we tried was how many latest, like, get me the latest issues, and then after that we tried latest closed issues, and then we asked if we could help us with like uh, creating an issue, and it said, give all of the details. So yeah, this is all about this, and then I also did deploy. I will probably test it from there too. So you can see that it is running from this particular URL. I think it is. Oh, I can also show you the database that we have. So this is a tickets database. So you see that these are the values that we already have, and then we did run a few queries for this too. So yeah, this is all about the third part. Thank you.